It's a terrifying statistic. Florida, first in the nation for toddler drowning deaths.
You think you take every precaution that you can take, and still, it's terrifying, really.
It's a story that hits close to home for so many in our community, including a local EMT who had to rescue her child from her backyard pool.
I was really lucky that I knew what I had to do, and, it was just kind of instinctual at that point.
The little boy survived after his mother did infant CPR, but unfortunately that's not always the case. Just this week, an Olympian's daughter died in a swimming pool. But drownings can be prevented, especially if you get your kids in the pool and teach them early how to swim. Oh, it just gives you chills when you think about it. And joining us right now from the South Orlando YMCA, Olympic gold medalists Rowdy Gaines and Cullen Jones. Great to see you both. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us this morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us, guys.
Thank you, guys.
So, all right, you guys are here for the Make a Splash initiative. First, tell us about what that is.
Well, the USA Swimming Foundation and Phillips 66 are really putting their money where their mouth is. We're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of learning to swim. We've reached 6 million kids. Rowdy and I have been basically everywhere together to do this. But I just heard that story. We want people to understand before something tragic happens that drowning is preventable, and swim lessons are the answer.
Now, you're traveling to 4 cities. Why have you chosen Orlando as one of them?
It's my home, guys. Come on. I was born and raised here, for crying out loud. I was begging the USA Swimming Foundation for the last 10 years, you've got to come to my home. We have 27 YMCAs here. Water is part of the fabric of our community. It is who we are, and drowning happens here at an alarming rate. It's an epidemic in our country, and certainly here in Central Florida. So we want to try to preach that message, just like Cullen said, to our communities, especially our underserved communities, where African Americans are 5 times more likely to drown than their Caucasian peers. So I think it's really important for us to be here in this community.
And based upon that statistic that you just mentioned, we had all 3 of our children swimming when they were like 1 year old. I mean, we had them in the water, we had private tutors, we did everything we could to make sure they could swim. And now they swim like fish. At what age did you guys first get into the pool?
Well, I almost drowned at the age of 5, and then my mom said not again. And so many times we see parents, and when they have that situation, they shield their children away from the water, and my mom went against the grain. So you never know what can happen. Yeah. Get in the water, learn how to swim. I taught Mommy and Me classes. You don't want to hear me sing Wheels on the Bus, but I think there's no age where you cannot learn how to swim.
and I learned to swim when I was 9 months old. Growing up in Florida, I'm a 3rd-generation Floridian, so to survive in Florida, you should know how to swim. And my mom and dad were fortunate to put me in lessons at a very early age.
Guys, one more thing I want to ask before you go, because you mentioned that 9 months and you said 5 years. Adults, there are a lot of adults in our area who do not know how to swim and might think it's too late for them, but it's not, is it?
The Make a Splash tour is really focused on children and getting the children to learn how to swim. But you know what? If you're a parent, you can learn too. Yeah. My mom is 66. I'm going to get in trouble for that. But I just gave her a lesson for Mother's Day, so it's never too late to learn how to swim.
It really isn't too late, because my family have all learned how to swim at an early age. But you can swim from 9 months up to 90. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's important to take swim lessons. But our focus through the USA Swimming Foundation, our Make a Splash tour, and certainly here in Central Florida Y, is to teach our children how to swim, because drowning is the #1 cause of unintentional death for children ages 4 and younger.
It truly is. We are so appreciative of what you guys do, and thank you so very much for being with us this morning and spreading that word.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And then